Have you ever wondered if the Green Deal, designed to combat climate change, might actually be contributing to other environmental issues? A thought-provoking question, isn't it? Let's delve a bit deeper into this paradox. The Green Deal is an ambitious plan, a grand vision aimed at reducing carbon emissions, promoting energy efficiency, and fostering the growth of renewable energy. It champions the use of clean, renewable sources of power, and among them, solar energy often shines the brightest. But here's where things start to get a bit murky. Solar energy, while undeniably a form of clean and renewable power, comes with its own set of complications. You see, to harness the sun's energy on a large scale, we need vast expanses of land for solar farms. And this is where the paradox begins to unfold. To make room for these sprawling solar farms, we're mowing down forests, clearing natural habitats, and disrupting ecosystems. We're trading lush, vibrant, diverse habitats for fields of glass and metal. Creatures that once called these places home are displaced, or worse, their homes replaced with silent rows of gleaming panels. It's a strange dichotomy, isn't it? On one hand, we're striving to reduce our carbon footprint, to combat the looming threat of climate change. We're trying to wean ourselves off fossil fuels, to transition to cleaner, greener forms of energy. But on the other hand, in our pursuit of this noble goal, we're wreaking havoc on the natural world around us, causing a different kind of environmental damage. So we find ourselves in a paradoxical situation. The Green Deal, a plan designed to protect the environment, might actually be causing harm to it in other ways. In our rush to embrace renewable energy, we may be overlooking the broader impacts on our ecosystems. It's a complex issue, one that calls for a delicate balancing act between our need for renewable energy and the preservation of our natural world. So while the Green Deal may appear green on the surface, it seems to have a darker side. In the pursuit of green energy, what is the real cost to wildlife and weather? As we strive towards a sustainable future, it's important to consider the implications of our choices. Take solar energy, for example. It's hailed as a clean, renewable source of power, and indeed it is. But let's not forget that the sun's rays don't just magically turn into electricity. They need a medium, solar panels, and these panels need space. A lot of it. Imagine vast fields, once teeming with life, now replaced by an endless expanse of metallic surfaces, absorbing the sun's energy. These solar farms, while promising a brighter future, are not without their own set of environmental consequences. In the process of their construction, natural habitats are disturbed, sometimes even destroyed. The homes of countless creatures are swept away, forcing them to relocate, or worse, pushing them towards extinction. From the smallest insect to the largest mammal, no creature is spared from the effects of this displacement. Even the plants, the very lungs of our planet, are not immune. Acres of greenery are cleared, disrupting the delicate balance of our ecosystem. And it doesn't stop there. When we alter the land on such a large scale, we inadvertently invite changes in local weather patterns. Solar farms absorb sunlight and convert it into electricity, but in doing so, they also affect the heat balance of the area. This can lead to localized shifts in temperature, which in turn can influence weather conditions. While the long-term effects of these changes are still being studied, it's clear that we can't simply ignore them. We need to acknowledge the full picture, the complete cost of our pursuit of green energy. And here's the kicker. We're trying to solve one environmental problem, only to potentially create another. We're moving away from fossil fuels to reduce our carbon footprint, but in doing so, we may be devastating our natural habitats and altering our weather patterns. The irony is not lost on us. We're trading one environmental problem for another. Is it not ironic that those advocating for green energy are contributing to the destruction of natural habitats? Indeed, it's a paradox that demands our attention. Green advocacy in its purest form is a noble pursuit. It is a call to arms against the relentless march of fossil fuel consumption, a plea to safeguard our planet for future generations. But as we delve deeper, we uncover a layer of hypocrisy that cannot be ignored. The very advocates of green energy, those who decry the use of fossil fuels, are often the ones endorsing solutions that, in turn, cause harm to our environment. Take solar farms, for instance. They are touted as a sustainable alternative to traditional energy sources. Yet the construction of these farms often requires the mowing down of vast swaths of forest, the very lungs of our planet. These actions disrupt wildlife, alter ecosystems, and ironically contribute to the very climate change we're trying to combat. Moreover, the production of solar panels isn't as green as it's painted to be. The process requires mining for materials like quartz and silver, which in itself is an environmentally damaging process. Furthermore, the disposal of solar panels poses a significant challenge due to the presence of harmful materials like lead, which can leach into our soil and water. So, we find ourselves in a quandary. Fossil fuels, we know, are a ticking time bomb for our planet, but the alternatives we're pursuing are also causing significant environmental fallout. It's a classic case of being caught between the devil and the deep blue sea. This is not to say that we should abandon the pursuit of green energy, far from it. But we need to acknowledge that the path to sustainability is not a one-way street. It's a complex, winding road that requires careful navigation, a balance between our immediate needs and long-term impacts. In our quest for renewable energy, we must ensure we're not trading one problem for another. Let's strive for solutions that are truly sustainable, not just in name, but in practice. Because when it comes to our planet, there's no room for hypocrisy. How can we strike a balance between our need for renewable energy and the preservation of natural habitats? As we navigate the complexities of our energy future, it's clear that the solutions we seek must be both sustainable and considerate of our natural world. Our journey towards renewable energy doesn't have to be a zero-sum game where the environment loses out. Instead, it can be a harmonious dance between innovation and conservation. Solar farms, while a promising source of renewable energy, must be carefully planned and constructed to minimize their impact on wildlife and weather patterns. Rather than mowing down forests indiscriminately, we can opt for more sustainable practices. For instance, brownfield sites, those areas already disturbed by industrial use, can be transformed into solar farms. This not only spares untouched habitats, but also gives new purpose to otherwise abandoned land. Mitigation strategies can also be employed to reduce the impact on wildlife. For example, using wildlife-friendly fencing allows creatures to move freely across their habitats, while burying power lines can prevent bird collisions. Innovations in solar panel design are another exciting frontier. Transparent solar panels could potentially double as windows in buildings, reducing the need for expansive land-hungry solar farms. On the weather front, research is ongoing into how solar farms might affect local climates. Some studies suggest that solar farms could actually create a cooling effect, which could be beneficial in some areas. This is yet another facet to consider in our quest for balanced solutions. In all of this, collaboration is key. By working together, scientists, policymakers, and energy companies can create a roadmap for renewable energy that respects and protects our planet. It's not an easy task, but it's one that's crucial for our future. To sum up, the path to renewable energy is indeed a challenging one. But with careful planning, innovative thinking, and a commitment to sustainability, we can ensure that it's a path that leads us to a brighter, greener future. The path to renewable energy doesn't have to be paved with environmental destruction. What can you, as an individual, do about this situation? Perhaps you're wondering, perhaps you're feeling a bit overwhelmed by the magnitude of the problem. But remember, every great wave starts with a single ripple, and you can be that ripple. Start by doing your homework. Research the full impact of solar farms, not just on our energy needs, but on our wildlife, our weather, and our world. Look beyond the shiny panels and delve into the shadows they cast. Then, take what you've learned and share it. Talk to your friends, your family, your co-workers. Post about it on social media. Write to your local newspaper. The more people who understand the true cost of solar farms, the more pressure we can put on those who make the decisions. But don't stop there. Get involved. Advocate for sustainable practices that balance our energy needs with the health of our planet. Support organizations that protect wildlife and their habitats. Participate in local planning and development decisions. Attend town hall meetings, write to your representatives, vote with the planet in mind. Every voice matters. Your voice matters. And when we raise our voices together, we can create a chorus so loud that it cannot be ignored. And remember, this is not about rejecting all solar energy, it's about finding a balance. It's about making sure that in our rush to go green, we don't trample on the very thing we're trying to protect. So let's challenge the status quo. Let's question the easy answers. Let's demand a future that's not just green in name, but green in nature. Remember, the goal isn't just green energy, but a green world. Consider the full impact of solar farms and make your voice heard. Because the future of our planet depends on it. And it depends on you.